Appetite for America is a whirlwind story of Fred Harvey, who I personally regard to as the entrepreneurial spirit of the West. While his reputation may be fading away in today's society, it is good that his story is being written by Stephen Fried. That is keeping his gentlemanly, stern reputation alive. As a man who wrote many lists during his lifetime, he has a long list of accomplishments, ranging from creating the most popular diners in the U.S. to helping everyone modernize the Wild West. Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa, and I personally love the Southwest and all its rich culture. Believe me, from watching the shooting reenactments in Tombstone, Arizona, to learning about Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp, or gambling at the Billy the Kid Casino, I thought I had a good grasp of this part of the country. But after reading Appetite for America, I realized that I was missing a huge part of the story. When I was in 5th grade, I remember learning about the Harvey girls, but we didn't learn too much. This book has so many grand claims that I'm going to take a deeper look into some of them and learn a little more and see if I agree or disagree with them. As someone who enjoys learning about, as somebody who enjoys being a part of the marketing industry, learning about the history is really fun and fascinates me. But I never really went beyond the education of, Coca-Cola. So in this book, it claims that, quote, Fred Harvey was actually the first widely known and respected brand name in America, end quote. There are a few claims within this statement saying that it's one of the first names. So I did some research and found that according to 24/7 Wall Street, in 2012, the oldest brand was Baker's Chocolate, which was established since 1780. The Santa Fe Railroad didn't open till about 1850s or so. So while we know that Fred Harvey was widely known and respected, we know that there were some brands before it. But the widely respected part of it, I do agree, because there's travelers from all over the world visiting this hotel chain and these restaurants, and that's what's really making the brand widely known and respected. So in essence, I do agree with that statement. There's another instance in the book that states that, quote, Fred Harvey and his hotels were one of the first instances of corporate sponsorship in history, end quote. I wasn't sure about that statement because it's a pretty big deal. But when I started researching about it, I realized that I really couldn't find anything else that was before that period that had a real corporate sponsorship type of deal. The earliest I could find that was documented was in 1928, the Olympics in Athens. Coca-Cola supported the U.S. team. But that was the only instance. So really, this documentation that Stephen Fried brings to us is probably one of the first corporate sponsorships. So I definitely agree with that. So there's another instance within the book that states that, quote, Ford was ambiguously brilliant, end quote. And that was in regards to changing the name of the business. Back then a lot of businesses changed their names to and Sons once the Sun took over. But Ford Harvey decided not to do it. And I think that he is ambiguously brilliant in regards to that, because there's so much equity in the brand that Fred Harvey created that it would have been a bad business move for him to change it. They took a chance in going away from the fray in those days, because I'm sure that it would have been a big deal for him to add the and Sons, but they went against it. And so I think that they were ahead of their time in not doing so. So these days, nobody really changes their company's names anymore. In fact, with all the research today, they indicate that Harvey made a good choice because, according to publications like Slate, stocks fall once a business changes their name. It could have affected their business. So another statement that I agree with Fried on. And that's about it for now. My time's out. Bye.